You remember? I told you I can time travel. Well, it worked. I went 30 years forward, and now I'm back.
You're not making any sense. You're just...
Guys, my week has been absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This video, you're going to want to watch. You're going to want to watch because I literally have proof that time travel is real. I've time traveled a lot. I'm sure many of you have. I'm sure a lot more of you will. And the train, time travel train, divine emphasis from spirit. I can't make this shit up. Even if I wanted to. Even if I fucking tried. Watch this video. We're talking Mandela effects. We're talking time travel. We're talking parallel realities. We're talking dimension shifting. This has been my week. This has been my week. Just a minute ago, it was 11:11. I had an aha, epiphany. I walk in the kitchen. I look at the microwave and the oven. 11:11. There's going to be a lot of twin flame messages in here and a lot of time travel messages and just a lot of messages in general for you all. I feel like a lot of you are having realizations about shifting, quantum shifting, timeline jumping, parallel realities, different dimensions. And also, like, I feel like your twin flames have been communicating things so strongly telepathically that it's like you're going to receive things. I feel like a lot of you have been receiving things from friends as well, like I have, from soul family, like I have. There's just going to be a lot of messages in this one, and I'm going to try to start it off small and then like ease into it. I don't know if we're going to pull cards. I don't know exactly what's going on. I'm just jumping on here and filming. So just watch this. Trust me, watch this. Things are going to click for you. And either I'm going to do another reading upcoming or there will be a reading in here too. There's just a lot in here, but not too much. Like I said, I want to ease you into it. Are you prepared to be recorded?
What?
I have to ask you a very serious question.
What?
No, it really is serious. I'm just giggling. So do you remember when we were little and we had Fruit of the Loom underwear and different shirts and things that we wore Fruit of the Loom? Did the Fruit of the Loom have a cornucopia on the logo?
It did.
Yeah, it did. They're saying it didn't. And the Fruit of the Loom is corporate gaslighting us by saying they never had a Fruit of the Loom logo. And they made a timeline saying that it didn't, but there's articles and shirts that have it on it. And
it's like a brown.
I remember very vividly it being
a brown, like
straw thing. And I remember it being on the Fruit of the Loom label. Logo.
And it might be.
It was, but there's Fruit of the Loom is saying that it never was.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a Mandela effect. And so I said I'm going to ask my mom and see what she says and see what she remembers, because I remember it being on it. Like as a kid, I vividly remember. Do you remember it?
Yes, I remember it.
Emily, do you remember?
Be careful with the scissors.
Or do you not?
I remember it having a cornucopia.
Are you prepared to be recorded? I have to ask you a very serious question. No.
You ready to have your mind blown sky high? Potentially, maybe, or maybe you'll just think I'm silly and crazy and tee-hee, I'm just Tanner, haha. Okay, so like, you know, like I said, that Avenged Sevenfold are angels, right? Okay, so it's like, picture this. It's 2016. I'm on psychedelics. Okay, I'm on psychedelics. I see this being, and he's meditating, and he's like, I like try to make contact with him. I'm like, because I've seen him before on like DMT and stuff. Like I'd seen him before. This time I was on something else. So I'm like, hey, am I the only one stuck here, or is that just me? Or are you the only one stuck here, or is that just me? Making like a solipsistic, like we're all kind of like, you know, ourselves experiencing reality subjectively, blah, 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 from different standpoints, blah, blah, blah. And he gave me this little shrug, right? So the next thing I know, I'm seeing these scenes. Okay, I'm seeing these scenes. I'm sitting in a little chapel. And I'm looking around, I can see like booths, I can see people. I'm like, what am I seeing right now? Suddenly it changes. I'm sitting in a booth and I'm looking across the table at a girl that's saying, you didn't move forwards or backwards in time, Tom. You went sideways. I'm like, what am I seeing right now? Am I seeing, and I'm like thinking that they're visions. I start to realize that they're visions. The third vision happens and it's like, it's crazy. We're not going to get into it. Fourth vision happens. It's heaven. I'm looking at my feet. They look like hands. I can see the sky. I can see buildings. I can see the street. I can see everything. It's all like crystal clear 8K, and it's like the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. So at the same time, on this same trip, I talked to Gabriel. Okay, I talked to Gabriel. And Gabriel is the lead singer of Avenged Sevenfold. And I give him this song, Creating God. We do all this stuff. We do all this stuff. We have a whole conversation. I give him information. I give him lyrics. But I give him this song, Creating God. And we changed the line in the first line so that we could prove it later on. Because like at the time, like I was still fighting it. You know what I mean? Like I was like, this isn't real. What's happening right now isn't real. But like, listen. All right, my speaker's not working for some reason, but look at this. So this is Creating God, and what the lyrics say on screen is what the lyrics say everywhere online. And my speaker's not working for some reason right now, so you're just going to have to listen to it on the iPad. But listen to what he says. He doesn't say answering. What does he say? He said had to ring the call because I had to ring the call to Gabriel and give him this song. And like the whole song is about like, better change your convictions before you go and open the cage, and like never held a high regard for Darwin. Selection takes too long. A little kick in the pool shouldn't do us wrong. And like a ton of Avenged Sevenfold lyrics like say that they're angels. Like a ton. Like so many of them, like I'm not even gonna get into it. But then it's like, you know, I told you like that I saw that scene where the girl was like, you didn't move forwards or backwards in time, Tom, you went sideways. Well, like that ended up being from a music video that I just like randomly starred in. I just like randomly messaged somebody on Facebook one day that was like advertising in a Chattanooga Facebook group, and like look at what the video is about.
Tom, you've kept me waiting here forever. Where have you been?
Time is irrelevant. It always was.
Where have you been?
You've got to understand something. I haven't seen you in 30 years. You get that? It's been 30 years.
What are you talking about?
Dude. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Death bat. It worked. You remember? I told you I can time travel. Well, it worked. I went 30 years forward, and now I'm back.
You're not making any sense. You're just making excuses.
I swear it. This is real, okay? The secret was in the music. It was in the lyrics.
Tom, keep it down. People can hear you.
There was a singularity. The music generated it, and I came through. It's that simple.
Tom.
It was the music. The voices in the music. They told me how to do this.
Tom.
Please, you don't get it, okay? Just trust me. I've come back.
You haven't gone back in time, Tom.
Damn it, Candace. You're just like the rest of them. I was here, okay? I went 30 years forward, and now I'm back. I can fix everything now. I've come back.
You haven't even told me you love me.
This goes so far beyond love. This is about time, okay? And about getting it back.
You haven't gone back in time, Tom.
I have.
You haven't gone back in time, Tom.
But I mean, it's all
I
all right
said
here.
You haven't gone back in time, Tom.
But, I mean...
Haven't gone back in time. You've gone sideways. Not forward, not back. Sideways.
Sideways? I don't... It doesn't make any sense. You haven't... What? Oh man. So anyways, I've got an appointment with a guy tonight. We're gonna talk about I've got some ideas. I want to make like a music video industry or like a music video business. Cause like I've got to do something, man. Like I've got to get my foot in the door. I got to get to Red Velvet somehow, you guys. I got to get to Red Velvet somehow. It's like, have you seen Beautiful Christmas? Do we need to play Beautiful Christmas too? Merry Christmas, you guys.
Hold on. Yeah, can you see what I see? 항상 나만 달려가 괜히 맘이 두근대 기다려온 계절 내가 사랑하는 winter I love winter 깊은 나의 옷도 빨간 양말 꺼내봐 너무
They're all angels. Humans. It's funny because I can't even tell you how fucked with humans are being right now. Like I'm like I should know some things. You know what I mean? But it's like, what's real? You know what I mean? Like, what's real? I can't tell you. You think I can tell you what's real? You think I know? You think I freaking know, man? I have no idea what's going on. I get on here. I try to sound smart. I try to sound cool for you guys. I try to make funny videos for you guys to laugh at. I just want to meet K-pop girls, you guys. It's like I think that we're like connected. You know, like me and Avenged Sevenfold, me and K-pop girls. It's like it's been this whole thing. It's been this whole thing. It's I work at Taco Bell. It's like, I'm like, God, what's going on? I don't know. Good luck, Kimberkiss. Hopefully I'm wrong, and the strapping young man that you're all expecting to come save you will come save you. Because if it's just me, I mean, like, you'd be all right. You know, you'd be all right. It'd be okay. You know, it'd be okay if it were just me in charge of everything. Like, that would be okay. Like, that, everything would be fine. But, like, you know, he's probably, like, super cute. You know, like, he's probably, like, super cute. Oh, and he's Jewish and black, not Italian and fat. That's kind of what angels are. Like, just, like, can't you just take my word for it? Like, Kimberkiss knows it's me. Okay, Kimberkiss knows it's me. She gets it. Okay, she gets it. Kimberkiss gets it. Okay, Kimberkiss gets it. And it's like, she's a mermaid. Okay, she's a mermaid. So it's like, you can take her word for it, you guys. You can take her word for it. It's like, you think the angels and the mermaids aren't on the same team? And like, it doesn't make that much sense from here. Because like, first of all, it's outside of time. So like, things that have like, already happened there, like, it's like everything is funneled into the earth. She didn't ask. Just take my word for it. Okay, Avenged Sevenfold are angels. I mean, like, I get why you, like, wouldn't, like, just, like, guess. But, like, in my mind, it's just, like, in my mind, I'm just, like, hang out. You know, just hang out. Because, like, like, 𝐏𝐢𝐜𝐿 likes me. Like, we're friends. You know what I mean? Like, the angels are close. The angels are all very close. And it's like, you humans, like, you're like, you know, I'm not gonna talk bad about you. Because it's like, there's so many of you. But it's like, the angels are just close. Alright, I'm gonna go sit in the shower for an hour and a half. It's like, I already told you, right? Like, hey, I'm an angel. Like, hey, they're angels. Okay, like, you know. Okay, you already know. So it's like, you don't have to go through the whole, like, symbolism route to, like, learn about everything. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just like the whole point was to prove it, but like Kimberkiss gets it. So it's like she's posted, like she like reposted my video, like she like downloaded my video and like re-uploaded it like herself. Like, yes, Kimberkiss, yes, you're doing exactly what I need you to do. Thank you. It's like, I don't see why I can't get like, but it's like, you got to be woke. You know, you got to be woke to, because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You don't, no, you would never do something like that. You would never do something like that. You would never share this person's videos. You would, what's in it for you? I can't do anything for you, can I? A Lannister always pays his debts. Lannister always pays his debts. So I'm sorry. I thought we all wanted to live in heaven on earth. But apparently, that's just a boy's Peter Pan pipe dream. Now, if you don't mind, me and my son have a lot of work to do. It's cool. It's cool. But Kimberkiss, bro, she gets something. Kimberkiss gets something. She shared of her own volition. Like she saw the music video, like she gets it. She gets it. And it's like, it's not complicated, but it's like when you know, you know. You go lay in the shower.
I love Tanner. He's my buddy. He gets it. He gets it. And I know a lot of you get it. A lot of you get it. But yeah, just keep watching. Trust me. I'm going to break it down for you real quick. Real quick. Okay. So in that first video he sent me, he's talking about Avenged Sevenfold and how they're angels, which he's talked about many times before. And they talk about like angel stuff, like tons of it in their music videos. The music is really important here, guys. It's literally key. And I've been talking about this for a long time. And many of you have too messaged me stuff in music videos and all kinds of things. But anyways, it says something about shades of altruism had to ring the call. And remember how I was getting ringing of the bells not that long ago? Something just ticked over there. Confirmation. Had to ring the call. But the lyrics say answering the call. So there's his Mandela effect and proof that like his visions came to fruition from 2016. Like he's in that music video, you guys. Not the Avenged Sevenfold, but the one he shows afterwards where he's Tom and he's the time traveler. Yeah. Okay, so then what's even crazier is it says shades of altruism, something about altruism. Okay. Okay, later that evening, that very same evening, I come across on TikTok a Preston Nichols video. Who's Preston Nichols? He was like one of the main dudes that was part of the Montauk Project and the Philadelphia experiment and Project Rainbow and all that. And Montauk was originally going to be the show that is now Stranger Things. Stranger Things was going to be titled Montauk because it's about the Montauk Project. And the Montauk Project, the government hired a bunch of psychic boys that came from really bad families and that were like, some of them were even like homeless, and they were very psychic because of this, because of their traumatic experiences. And they utilized technology that upput the frequency, guys, hold that thought. And they would create portals. They would create an energetic, I can't even talk. Don't want me to talk about this. They would create an energetic vortex, like an energetic portal. And they could, through their psychic abilities, time travel through that.
Do you know that the show Stranger Things is based on real experiments that took place at Camp Hero, or Montauk Air Force Station in Montauk, New York? The purpose of the facility at Montauk was to explore psychological warfare techniques and exotic research into time travel and mind reading. Stories about the Montauk Project have circulated since the 1980s, when residents began reporting strange dreams and headaches after a giant radar array was set up at the facility. According to whistleblower Preston Nichols, the place was set up to explore teleportation, mind control, and time travel after the successful 1943 Philadelphia experiment. Preston claims that a real doorway to another dimension was opened at this facility, causing it to be shut down. The original name for the show Stranger Things was Montauk.
Through the technology that was upputting these frequencies to make it higher, so that way they could create this vortex to time travel. Now, I'm telling you straight up, you don't have to do any of that. Me and Tanner are literally proof of that. I actually teach courses on how to time travel. I have a bilocations course that teaches you how to time travel. You utilize that course and you apply it to the timelines that you want to go forwards in time or backwards in time, and it works. And I'm a galactic activation portal accordance to the Mayan calendar, which is ancient. So accordance to my date of birth that I came in here on, I was born on a new moon and a galactic activation portal. It says, I am a galactic activation portal, accordance to me, enter me. I'm going to activate you. And everyone that's come into contact with me, friends, strangers, soul family, clients, I've activated them, and tons of crazy synchronicities happen around me. And this has happened time and time again. And I'm sure many of you that are watching have experienced it yourselves and can vouch for that. Comment below if you're one of them and you're watching, because I'm not crazy. It's true. And I want to know, I know a lot of you have this happen with you guys as well, especially if you're star seeds, light workers, etc. and you're woke. But anyways, okay. So I come across this Preston Nichols video, and he is talking about the time travel equipment and all this stuff. And then at the end, at the very end, he says altruism.
This side here is going to be tuned up for benevolence and altruism. But what I'm doing here is I'm putting altruism into the earth grid.
Itself, it felt like it was shaken up and restructured into perhaps a more looser structure, a more expanded structure. And you said to me that you saw me as a time traveler.
Yeah.
So how do you see that, and what gives you that information, and what does it mean too?
Well, what it means is your time reference is somewhat plastic at this point. You gotta remember, you're interacting with all this equipment right down to the CD player. And if your time reference is not stable, is slightly plastic, what happens is it makes the CD change its timing. And I can hear that in the music. And
So
you had
my
that, yeah,
my plasticity, my timing is affecting the equipment.
yeah, affecting this.
And you could hear that difference.
And that basically means that you have traveled through time itself. You physically, mentally gone places in time. Why or how, I don't know. But, you know, you do. This is one of the ways we recognize, you know, some of the Montauk boys. Because most of the Montauk boys are time travelers. And we hear the shift in the playback of the CD based upon the shifts that they're going through in their, you know, their personal time reference, being driven by the music. Since this, you know, since this particular CD, which is Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake, recorded in 1962 at Boston Symphony Hall with Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops, who happened to be a friend of mine. I was at the recording session. That was one of the early recording sessions I attended, you know, at the high school.
Are there many people that are time travelers? Is that a...
There's more than you think. It's relatively rare. It's probably 1 out of about 1,000 people. And it's mostly men. You'd be unusual as a woman. Yeah.
So all of the equipment that we have here, so all of the receivers that are here along the wall, this is a radionics.
Yeah, in radionics, the idea is you're using electronic systems to amplify the life energies. And since the life energies is based upon the quantum aspect of electrons and photons, any piece of vacuum tube equipment that has a tuned circuit in it will act as a radionics repeater amplifier. It will absorb the energies in and then repeat it out. As long as the equipment is run in the state it's in, you know, without changing any vacuum tubes, at least 3 or 4 times. And these are all run 3 or 4 times. And it's special for me because I poured over each one and going through each one personally. So this is part of the gain I have for my own meditations. You know, all this equipment in this building, I'm just moving it here so it's more intimately connected in the equipment in this room. This is the RF side, this is the audio side. We have 3 Hammond organs here, tone wheel organs, and they have tube amplifiers, and each one of these things has about 120 resonant circuits in it. each one of those has maybe about 8 or 9 resonance circuits in it. So we get a balance between the bass side and the higher frequency side. You know, your mind processes up to 30 megahertz. That's your highest processing speed. This is why this is all what we call HF equipment, which means it's between broadcast band, 1 meg and 30 megs is what it operates at. And it gives you quite a boost.
I do feel very boosted after that. I feel like,
well, the amplifier system does that also. I'm trying. This side is going to be the power. This side here is going to be tuned up for benevolence and altruism. Because you can take...
So that will take that 24th DNA strand and pump it out of the 23rd, right? Or from the second to the first.
What I'm doing here is I'm putting altruism into the earth grid.
Altruism. It's not a very common word. And to hear it twice in one day in pertinence to the same energy, time travel, message, time travel. So I sent it to Tanner, and then this was his response from that.
Kimberkiss, you're the only person I can talk to about this stuff. You're the only person that actually believes me. You want to see a video where Red Velvet was telling me some stuff? You want to see that? Well, now it's you believe me, so it's now I have to switch sides, and now it's no, dude, it's not real. So now I have to say, since you're saying that it is real, now I have to say that it's not real. So Kimberkiss, only some don't be a sucker, Kimberkiss. Okay, don't fall. What you think I'm an angel? You think I'm an angel, Kimberkiss? You think you're a mermaid? It's look, Kimberkiss, only we would know these things. Right? Only we would know these things. It's you can't even call it a shared delusion because we both know what we're really up to. But you want to see the video of Red Velvet? They say that they remember heaven, and then it's like a direct message, straight to me. It's crazy. Damn, you're making me kind of sick, Kimberkiss. This is making me kind of sick, honestly. In a good way. But I'm okay, so it's Queendom by Red Velvet, right? And we'll just go over it. You can't listen to it too loud, or it'll the TikTok police will come at you. It's okay, so it starts out, they're underground messengers. Okay, so what does that mean? They're underground messengers. What is that code for? She's a delivery rider. They're working for this messaging service. Irene has 2 different colored eyes. That's heterochromia. In Native American cultures, that means she can see into heaven and earth at the same time. They're following some dog tracks. They've got a curved cross back there. It's curved because of the energy production in the room. Under the dazzling sunlight, you smile brightly like a child. I'm oh, thanks, guys. Oh, hey, in the same dream, it kept calling us. Wonderland beyond distant memories. And then look at her face. She's come on. She's come on, come on. And it's what are they saying? They're saying we remember heaven, Wonderland beyond distant memories. What else does that mean? Okay, Paradigm that we've been building together. Paradigm is a song by Avenged Sevenfold that goes, I'm way up a god in size, beyond the reach of mortals, I shed my human side. So that's Paradigm. And then Stereotype, that's clearly different, is a song by Stacy, and she's and they're don't view us the way you've always viewed us, don't look at us the way that you've always looked at us, because don't use your stereotype on us. They're on a transmutation circle. They're on they're performing a summoning, an invigoration ritual. It's insanity. What is that? What in the world are they standing on? And they're making certain things float. SpongeBob's house, also the sign for welcome. A gardening glove, so they till the soil. They've got an arrow, so they're launching an attack. A crossbow, what is a crossbow? They've got a prince's shoe on the table. And there was a broom up top, so it's they're magic. So I'm going to turn it down just so it doesn't get muted. She's manipulating energy. She's manipulating that energy ball. Okay, they're going to deliver a package. They're taking their flying golf cart. They're the moment we hold our hands together, that's our queendom. So they're telling me, they're get to us and will be in charge of reality. Like, that's our queendom. So she's hitting a package out of some pink mud with a flamingo, which some would argue is the most flamboyant bird. So they're sending a message to the most flamboyant bird with the most flamboyant bird. So did you see what she just said? Like, they're telling me, like, Tanner, pull the trigger. Like, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be who you are. Like, don't be afraid. Like, put tomorrow behind you and, like, just do it. The bigger world is noticing you. And then, like, Irene says this next part, which is like, just like, what does this mean in a song? Okay, like, what does this mean in a song? Like, what kind of lyricism is this? Shall we have a festival? I hold your hand. We've been waiting for this moment. Spread your wings and be yourself. Like, what, was Red Velvet waiting for you guys to do something? Like anybody else? Like, call my bluff. Okay, call my bluff. But it's like, either way, I win because I get to meet Red Velvet. And dude, I love Red Velvet so much. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Come play my carnival. Climax, it starts now. Watch out, we're making the rules. And then later on, Wendy's like, it's now or never. We got forever. Did you see that? You see that? I jumped right to it, dude. Right to it. Goddamn God. Anyways, you should watch my Angels, or it's like, you really don't need to watch that. Well, it's like, you could watch the Angel Symbolism series. Like, you might like it. You don't need to watch the whole thing. You can pretty much just watch up through Pirate to, like, get, like, the full lore behind it. Because it's like, you know what you have to do, right, Kimberkiss, right? Like, now you're head deaconess. You know what I mean? Like, you're Peter. You're Peter, Kimberkiss. Or John or whatever. You know, just pick one in our little club. In our little club, Kimberkiss. The Mermaid and Angel Club. How are we going to grow it, Kimberkiss? What are we going to do? I'm making music videos. I got a job working as a videographer for a record label that is just starting out, and I get to be in charge of all the symbolism. I'm finding artists. I found this guy. Listen to him. This is my coworker. Just listen. I don't want you to see him yet. He's good, okay? And I'm going to talk to Treyon. I'm going to be like, because, like, this can be, like, my artist. You know what I mean? Like, this guy can be, like, the guy that I'm promoting. His name's Marty. He's cool. He's cool. So we'll have Marty and Micah. It's just an idea. You know, it's just an idea. That's where I'm at right now. But, anyways. I love your enthusiasm, Kimberkiss. I love your enthusiasm. You seem stoked. Don't let anybody put you on meds. Because they'll try. They'll try. They do their best to do it. When you just step a little bit too far. You just go a little bit over that edge, and they're like, meds. And it's like, where's the edge? Where's the edge? It's been like this all along. You know what I mean? It's like nothing ever changed. But love you, Kimberkiss. Have a good day.
Let me break it down for you. My buddy Tanner, he's an angel. He is. Angels know angels. He's an angel. I've done this since I met him. So he volunteers to be in this music video. That's really cool. It's on YouTube. I'll insert it here. Go check it out. Or it'll be in the description box below. Go check it out. It's very, very good. It's about time travel. And the girl's voice is beautiful. The guy also in it is awesome. So anyways, it's about time travel. And in enters Tom, aka my friend Tanner. And there's a girl sitting at a checkered table, Alice in Wonderland. The guy comes in, says he's time traveled. There's an NPC there. There's a government agent there, like an agent of the Matrix with the sunglasses on, watching them, listening in. Yeah. So enters Tom, and he says, I've time traveled. And the girl says, you haven't gone forwards or backwards, you went sideways, aka parallel reality, right? Sideways, parallel reality. Time technically doesn't exist, and everything is like outside of time. But at the same time down here, it's like you can still play with it a little bit. It's still kind of there, you know? It's there, but it's not there. It's like a mirror. Is it really there? Is it smoke? We don't really know. So it coincides with my last reading. Obviously, Alice in Wonderland, Winchester House was the Lewis Carroll house, the Charles Dodgson house. Okay. We have different dimensions. Again, 7, 11, 13. I keep getting that. Those are the Sarah numbers. We have the queen that enters the room.
Death bat. Death bat.
Okay. We have the salted fish on the wall. AKA Yeshua, AKA Magdala. Magdala means salted fish. Mary Magdalene. The fisher of men. Okay, so we have the mermaid energy there already. And then, on top of that, she's eating cheesecake. I just had cheesecake the night before he sent me this. Freaking weird. He's talking about red velvet. I've had a lot of sweets, okay? I've had a lot of sweets. But it's just weird because, yeah. So anyways, then he says, there was a singularity in the music and I came through.
Worked. You remember? I told you I can time travel. Well, it worked. I went 30 years forward and now I'm back. This is real, okay? The secret was in the music. It was in the lyrics.
Tom, get down. People can hear you.
There was a singularity. The music generated it and I came through.
And as Tanner explained, it was just like his Avenged Sevenfold experience where he comes through the music. He changes the words, but not necessarily the lyrics, which he explained. And this coincides with the Frequencies movie that I shared in a video like a while ago. I don't remember which video. I'll have to find it and link it below somehow. I have so many readings, you guys. It's hard for me to go back and like keep track of them all, but I'll try to find it. And the movie, I think, is still free on YouTube. It was at the time that I uploaded that reading. And it's got Nikola Tesla in it, Marie Curie, Fortune is her name, and she's got the apple, and then it's got Edison in it, and like, it's wild. And my friend Nancy, Chakra Bunny, who's also on YouTube, go follow her. She does readings as well, twin flame readings. She's amazing as well. Go follow her. Shout out to her. I'll have her information linked below as well. Yeah, I get synchronicities with a lot of my friends that are soul family. So go follow her. She showed me that movie thanks to her. And in that movie, he's talking about patterns, and it's all about twin flames. And the guy has to figure out the pattern and the synchronicities.
You may begin. Remember, give these straight to your parents when you get home. Do not open them yourselves. Albert Einstein Cole. Nikola Tesla Hertz. Marie Curie Fortune.
Thank you.
Theodore Adorno Strauss.
What did you get?
I'm rewatching this movie, like parts of it, and I'm having like huge aha moments. But anyways, to sum it up to the best that I can without you watching the full movie, is there's a girl and there's a guy. The girl's high frequency, the guy is low frequency. And so when they come into contact, they quickly realize that they have 1 minute to be in each other's presence before chaos ensues around them. Literally, like planes falling out of the sky, luggage, thunderstorms happening.
Sorry I'm late. Got locked in the corridor.
Interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you see that?
I was going to say,
Yes.
we don't have to speak.
It's just that I want to. I mean, we're probably not going to get more than a minute. Sorry. How are you?
Greeting or serious question?
Greeting.
Fine. How are you?
Bit worried about what's going to happen.
Maybe nothing will happen.
If that's true, then why are they here?
Why don't you ask them?
Why me?
Because you and I are supposed to have the most interesting reaction.
How long?
50 seconds.
What happens if it goes past a minute?
Both of you. Separately.
It's okay. They've used up their minute for this year already. We couldn't get them together now if we tried.
Why do it? You know what happens when you two get together. You want to put Zach in danger? This is a health and safety issue for the whole school. Come on.
Do you like it?
It's just an experiment.
It's a false experiment. Frequency does not change. Don't waste your feelings on this boy. The two of you are just not destined to be together.
Knowledge determines destiny, Miss Anderson.
Because of their frequencies coming together, the guy figures out a technology and a way to keep them together through this instrument device that has a hold on frequencies. And the words trigger these frequencies and allow their frequencies to come to an even playing field so that way they can be together longer. So that way they can have longer interactions. The girl starts off with entering into a black and white checkered notebook the experiments of these frequencies of when they come together throughout their entire lives. Just like the tablecloth here.
Tom, you've kept me waiting here forever. Where have you been?
You have to watch this movie, guys. It's so good. And I can only explain so much. But keep on watching, because this is where the music and the frequencies and the government agents and the twin flames, all of it comes together, and you'll see what happens.
𝐏𝐤𝐜𝐿. That means sit. And the others mean stop and go. We seem to have hit on some basic motor functions, but the effect seems short-lived and cannot be used twice in the same hour.
A lot of damage can be done in an hour. Obviously, these words are banned now. Did you know about this?
Hello.
Hello. I was thinking, what you said before about convincing people not to use the manual. Tell me I have no feelings for you. Adjust me.
They let you have that?
For experimentation. Command me.
I don't know how.
I probably don't need to do anything. Now that I'm not using it anymore, things should go back to normal pretty quickly.
Oh, they have. I can feel myself feeling less. But not for you. And don't touch me.
I'm sure I can fix this.
I know. I love you. But only because you've told me to. Cruel, isn't it?
Maybe he would have loved me anyway.
No, we'll never know.
Does it matter?
You have to have choice.
Do you? If it works.
Do it! Do it for me.
Maybe someone else can.
No, I've already tried. It has to be you.
I'm just gonna say the last word on the list. I don't know if it'll work. Endel. You do not love me.
Nothing's changed.
Time's up. I need to speak to Mr. Mitchley alone.
2 minutes.
It's just not meant to be for us, is it?
No. It's just not meant to be for you.
Can you confirm that this is yours?
I can.
Our top people have had a look at it.
And?
They think it's brilliant. We think it's time you stopped all this. It's clear you have a history of obsession with manipulation.
No, just irony.
In effect, you are prohibited from speaking under any circumstances while we decide precisely how to deal with you.
But
under any circumstances. Side effects. Side effects.
Can't be. I know I'm not supposed to talk, but I need to speak to Bridges.
No communication, or you'll be shot. No communicating by any means.
Kevin! Don't worry, the effects should only last a minute.
Zach!
I know.
In this scene, I want to touch base specifically on the guy, the divine masculine. What he's realizing is he can't manipulate anymore. He has to go within and find his truth. Through the drawing board, he writes down, I'm this, I'm that, I am nothing, I am everything, I am bad, I am good. It's the ego death. The ego death contributes to what he later finds out after writing all these statements that aren't true. Through the shadow work, he realizes he's having an ego death. The ego death then brings about what? Patterns. Patterns of repetition to where he's self-sabotaging himself. He comes to the realization of it. He connects all the synchronicities. And then, he finds a way to where it connects to where he can then again be together with his twin flame soulmate. But keep on watching, because this is where the music and the frequencies and the government agents and the twin flames, all of it comes together, and you'll see what happens.
Zach!
I know. It's your protection, isn't it? It's why it's always around, isn't it? Am I right? Then you have to help me. They won't let me speak. You must tell them.
Must I? I must.
They know your frequency's re-established itself. They know what happens when we're together.
Clever.
They know that we should only have 1 minute, that fate should push you out.
Very clever. What if they're wrong?
They're going to break down the door after 1 minute and 5 seconds.
They're wrong.
What?
Not yet. I have no desire to repeat myself.
You're Theo's father, aren't you? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me!
Nobody say a word. On the ground! No talking from anybody.
He knows something.
No talking!
No, sir.
No talking! What does he know? What are you doing?
Giving you what you want. What Zach here has worked out. The antidote.
And the antidote is?
Music.
But don't take my word for it. Try a word.
Call her. Is it special music?
Well, kind of. It's Mozart. Listen, gentlemen and ladies. When Mozart plays, we are all the same frequency. A brief history lesson, a secret history. There was never any magic, only just the book being lost, being found, being written, being rewritten, being burned, being used to control the masses. And then came the music. We knew from early on that music held some power to free us. You've heard of the Pied Piper, I've no doubt. Composer. Literally, to calm. The first composers weren't writing simply to entertain. They were writing to give us control of our minds back. With each new piece, the book was weakened. Until Mozart.
1760.
His first composition. The first piece that truly immunized us against the book. Since then, there have been many. When you recognize a melody you've never heard before, that'll be one. Tapping into our collective subconscious. Most complex music just interferes enough with the book to make it unreliable. And so useless.
Why was it a secret?
It wasn't. It just fell out of history by mutual consent. There were rulers who still harbored thoughts of using the book again. And the masses didn't take too kindly to being reminded they are just mechanisms. Complex, certainly. But mechanisms with buttons to push nonetheless. Music hits the reset button.
Where is that precisely?
The soul.
And what happens when the music stops?
Oh, it can never stop.
Why do you not talk to her? I can't. You can.
And then he realized it's connected to the frequencies and the music. And that's probably why it's called frequencies. That just clicked for me. Wow. Okay. But anyways, so they realize that there's something here with the music and allowing what to come through and things. And I'll insert like clips throughout this. So there's that portion. And who does she look like to you? Does she look like Alice in Wonderland with the time clock, like the White Rabbit holds, and the black and white checkered book, like in Alice in Wonderland? And you know what else is funny? I had brought up Montauk and Stranger Things, which is what Stranger Things was originally going to be called, was the Montauk Project, which was all about time travel. And who's the main character in that? 11? What's her nickname? Elle? Remember when I channeled in the Notebook, Elle is because of Ellis Island, ELLIS, where they changed the names of our ancestors? Elle is Alice, Elle is Alice. Elle technically means God as well, I think. So Elle is the abbreviation nickname of 11 in Stranger Things. Elle is Ellis Island. Ellis Island sounds like Alice. And in the Frequencies movie, when he goes to get them on the same frequency and he knows he can't manipulate the frequencies anymore because he got caught by the government, he has to say the word end L. End L. End 11. End Alice. And by doing so, it cancels out the frequency. So that way they can't be in contact anymore. Until he comes to the realization of the pattern and the synchronicities that match up, which I'll show you later on. I saw a truck that said Avalon on it, an Avalon truck, and then I'm having a weird experience right now with this sign. I don't know if you can see it. The sign is flashing right when I came across a post that was talking about like this old McDonald's and like weird things with these McDonald's, man. But like I literally just had a moment where I was in like a weird timeline loop and I was looking down and this light that I just showed was like flashing in my peripheral, but like in a weird way to where it was like a glitch, and I like had a recollection of something and a recognition of that. And then I had like the knowing that like I literally just like they tried to stop me from like time traveling or timeline hopping or something. Not even kidding. Like it was really trippy. And with the music video that was just shown to me the other day, it's like all these weird things are happening, and I feel like they're gonna keep on happening, and like they've been happening for a long time, but now I'm like becoming more and more consciously aware of them, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be as well. So buckle up, buttercups. What I said is the light was flashing, and I noticed like I was consciously aware of like a timeline glitch or jump, or like something was trying to hold me back from like time traveling, as literally I was watching like this video of this old McDonald's, this abandoned McDonald's, which there's a lot of weird things with McDonald's and these older play sets and things that I used to go to as a kid. But anyways, I'm becoming consciously aware of them, and I feel like more and more people are going to be becoming consciously aware of these timeline jumps and these like interjections that are keeping us from like timeline hopping and things, or it's like they're intervening somehow with our memories. Very weird stuff. And now there's a phone call calling me, and like, yeah, it's like the NPCs or the agents of the Matrix that are trying to keep us from knowing consciously what's actually going on. So buckle up, buttercups. I feel like this is going to be happening for a lot more of you guys, and I just really wanted to talk about it today. And it's weird with the music video that was just sent to me through my friend Tanner, and like what I'm becoming consciously aware of now throughout my day. So yeah, hang on tight, guys. I love you. Let me know what you've been experiencing this week, because this has been my week, and I'd love to hear in the comments below what you think and what you've experienced this week. I need to know. I just need to know. Or if you're watching this at a later date, what you will be experiencing. Leave it in the comments below, and subscribe and share this out. It helps me out, and it helps people out by knowing these things and that they're real. Okay, I love you.
But it's like, what's real? You know what I mean? Like, what's real? Oh my God, what's going on? I don't know. Good luck, Kimberkiss.
I don't know what's